Welcome dear students in your chemistry class. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is structure of atom. Dear students, in the previous lesson we have understood about Dalton's atomic theory, in which Dalton proposed that the atom is an indivisible particle. But different experiment shows that atom is made up of subatomic particles like electron, proton and neutron. Dear students, in this video, we are going to learn how the electron discovered, how the proton discovered, what are the procedures to generate electrons and protons, and what is Thomson model of atom. So let us start this video.
Today we are going to study J.J. Thomson cathode ray tube experiment. Sir Joseph John Thomson was a British physicist and Nobel laureate. He was well known for the discovery of electron. Discovery of electron. Dear students, in 1897, he showed that cathode rays were composed of a very small negatively charged particle. Cathode rays are made up of negatively charged particles. Okay, these particles later named electrons. The apparatus of his experiment is known as CRT, that is cathode ray tube. Now, the question is, what are cathode rays? So dear students, before jumping Thomson findings, let us try to understand what are cathode rays. Cathode rays are the stream of electrons. Cathode rays are the stream of electrons emitted from the cathode. And what is cathode? The electrode connected to the negative terminal of a battery. Negative terminal of a battery. Okay. These rays travel in a straight line like this, and they can be deflected by electric field and magnetic field. Okay. Now, what is CRT and how can we produce cathode rays? So dear students, this is cathode ray tube. Here, the cathode ray tube is a hollow glass tube. The air in the tube is pumped out to create a vacuum. Here, the CRT consists of the following parts. Number one, the electron emitter or electron gun. Here, the working of electron emitter is, the electron gun comprises of primarily heater and cathode. Okay, this is cathode and this is heater. It emits the sharp electron beam. Here is the sharp electron beam, you can see here. Cathode rays. In modern CRTs, the electron beam is generated by thermoionic emission. With the help of heat, we can emit out the electrons using a heating filament as shown in the figure. Second is focusing and accelerating system. Here is the focusing and accelerating system. As you can see there, pre-accelerating anode, focusing anode, accelerating anode, and so much. It is made up of a series of anodes like here. It will narrow the beam and increase its kinetic energy. यहाँ से जो इलेक्ट्रॉन की बीम निकलेगी, it will be a very narrow and having high kinetic energy. Third is deflection system. It controls the direction of the electron beam, like here, deflection system. Vertical deflection plates are here placed. Cathode rays bend as they interact with these fields. We have two types of fields, electric field plus magnetic field. Next is phosphorant coating. In the last, we have a coating of phosphorant material And when electron strike over here, this screen will illuminate. Okay, so dear students, if we just try to understand here what is the working of cathode ray tube, then we can understand that Thomson passed electricity at very high voltage through a gas at a very low pressure taken in the discharge tube. This is the discharge tube. A stream of minute particles were given out by the cathode rays here. These stream of particles are cathode rays. This is the cathode ray. This one is cathode ray. Then the mass and the charge of the cathode ray particles does not depend upon the nature of the gas taken in the discharge tube. So we can say that, as according to Thomson explained, the gas taken in the discharge tube consists of the atom, and the atoms here contain electron. When high electrical voltage is applied with the help of these anode, then the electrons comes out from the atom, and these fast moving electrons form cathode rays. These fast moving electrons form cathode ray, and when these fast moving electrons strike over this screen will illuminate. This is the phosphorescent screen. Okay, so here we can conclude that if we just consider cathode ray here, which is made up of negatively charged particle, and dear students, with the help of these two plates, one is positively charged, second is negatively charged, we can see that the cathode ray, which is made up of negatively charged particle, is easily deflected towards positive side here. This is the direction of cathode ray in the absence of electric field, and this is the deflection of cathode ray in the presence of electric field. Electric field is applied with the help of these two electrodes. Okay, now what will happen if we change the polarity? If this plate is connected to anode, which is positively charged, and this plate is connected to cathode, which is negatively charged, then due to the negative nature of the cathode will attract it towards the positive side, as you can see here, and here is the deflection. The cathode ray deflects in the opposite direction. So through this way, Thomson concluded that the cathode rays are made up of electrons, which is negatively charged, and he has showed different observations with the help of electric field and magnetic field, and later on the Nobel Prize was given to J.J. Thomson for the discovery of electrons. So what are the conclusions here? The first conclusion is the cathode ray consists of a small negatively charged particle, which is called electron. Number two, the mass of an electron is 9 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram. The third one is the charge of an electron is negative, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Now, dear students, the formation of cathode rays shown that all the atoms are contained negatively charged particle, that is called electrons. Now, an atom is electrically neutral, so it must contain some positive charge also. Okay, to balance the negative charge of the electron, the atom should be electrically neutral. It has actually been founded by experiment that all the atoms contain positively charged particles, which are called protons. Now, dear students, the existence of proton in the atoms was shown by Goldstein in 1886. As you can see here, he was a German physicist. He was the early investigator of discharge tube. These are the discharge tube, and discoverer of anode rays, which are later known as the canal rays, credited with the discovery of proton. So how did Goldstein discover proton? Let us understand this. When Goldstein passed electricity at high voltage through a gas at very low pressure, as you can see here, the pressure of gas is very low, taken in a discharge tube, this is the discharge tube, a stream of heavy particles were given out by the anode. This electrode is connected with the positive terminal of the battery. So this is known as the anode, and this terminal is connected with the negative. So this is known as the cathode. Okay. These stream of particles are known as anode. बहुत सारे particles एनोड से कैथोड की तरफ चलना स्टार्ट हुए, and we know that opposite charge particle attract each other. If some particles are attracting towards cathode which is negatively charged, it means the particles having a nature of positive. Okay, and these rays are known as canal rays or anode rays. Why they are known as the anode rays? Because they are emitting from the anode. Now, anode rays consist of positively charged particles. These anode rays having positive charge. The mass and charge of the anode rays particles depend on the nature of the gas taken in the discharge tube. And so, dear students, different gases give different type of anode rays which contain positive charged particles having different masses and different charges. So, through this way, propose that the proton, which is a positively charged particle found in the atom of all the elements. And what are some characteristics of proton? Number one, the mass of a proton. Mass of a proton. The mass of proton is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Number two, the charge of a proton. The charge on a proton is plus E, and the value of E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. So through this way, the proton was discovered. When J.J. Thomson proposed his model of the atom in 1903, the only electron and proton were present in the atom. According to the Thomson model of the atom, dear students, an atom consists of a sphere of positively charged with negatively charged electrons are embedded in it. एक atom positively charged sphere की तरह behave करेगा like this. As we consider here, the positive charged sphere and the negatively charged electrons are embedded in it. जो negatively charged electrons होंगे वो इसमें धसे हुए होंगे, embedded होंगे. The positive charged is red color area, and the electrons are just like this. Okay, the black color represent number of electrons, and the reddish area represent positively charged protons. Second point is the positive and negative charges in an atom are equal in magnitude, due to which an atom is electrically neutral. एक atom के अंदर number of proton और number of electrons equal होंगे. That is why an atom will be electrically neutral. Okay, dear students, this Thomson model of the atom, also known as Christmas Pudding model. Christmas pudding model. The electrons embedded in a sphere of positively charged are like the dry fruits in a spherical Christmas pudding, like this. Okay, we can also compare Thomson model of atom as a watermelon. Watermelon model. In watermelon model, the red edible part of the watermelon, like this, here we have represent the red edible part of the watermelon represent the sphere of positive charge, where the black seeds, like this, here the black seeds we have represented here, embedded in a watermelon are like the electrons. Although the Thomson model of atom explained the electrical neutrality of the atom, what were the advantage and achievements of Thomson model of atom? This model explain the electrically neutrality of an atom, but there was no any scientific evidence for this matter. It could not explain, but it could not explain various experimental results, or we can say that this model was totally based upon hypotheses. It does not have any scientific evidence, so this model was failed. I hope you understand this class. If you have any query, then you can ask in the comment box. Thank you so much.